Bonjour à tous, c'est Lamé, j'espère que vous allez bien. Aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour l'épisode 13 de Vampyr. Alors j'essaie de pas parler trop fort parce que tout le monde dort encore à la maison, il est 5h30 du matin, bientôt 6h. Alors j'ai un petit peu avancé, enfin pas grand chose, hein, après avoir descendu Fergal, enfin. Il vous suffit de suivre les traces en fait de sang, parce qu'il y a un Skal qui a réussi à s'en sortir. Et voilà, on arrive, c'est une planque de Skal en fait. Et bizarrement, il n'y a personne qui vous attaque. Et il y a une personne à qui on va parler du coup. Et qu'on ne connaît pas encore.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampyr. But thank you.
Qu'est-ce que je lui demande? Un truc à choix, ça en plus. Ah, je lui demande si c'est le tueur dog, c'est peut-être elle. Je sais pas si vous vous souvenez, il y avait Bouffe, comment il s'appelle lui, Bouffe Digby, voilà, qui avait dit avoir vu une femme une fois. Je me demande si c'est pas elle.
So you're the sewer dog I've been told about. But who are you really?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club.
Ah bah, elle est
His
morte.
masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scow.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
Très sympa.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Ah, super.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Quelque chose me dit que dans tous les cas, Harriet était déjà pas très sympa de son vivant, donc Bridget, est-ce qu'elle est considérée dans les personnages à rencontrer? Ah non. Ah, c'est rigolo ça. Elle fait partie d'aucun des quartiers. Donc c'est qui la dernière personne qui me manque? Oui, si je devais trouver un mec dans les égouts. Ça doit être celui qui me manque. Oh, il a l'air mal en point. Il y a des scales qui pleurent. Ça fait de la peine. Elle est où en fait, Miss? Moi, je fais un peu le tour.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Bah si tu m'attaques pas, non. Moi, j'ai tué que ceux qui m'attaquaient. Hein.
Your place is not here.
Ouais, je me doute que vous aimez pas les vampires du coup.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Mais purée, mais ça fait trop de peine. En fait, les scales, on pense que c'est des bêtes sans cervelle, mais pas du tout.
Your spell is enticing. So sweet of
Bon ben voilà, Harriet. Ah, la suprématie des icônes. Je vous laisse mettre sur pause. Bon, bah, Lord Grave il pense que les icônes sont meilleures que tous les autres. Alors là, il y a des choses, il y a de l'opium. Là, j'ai trouvé aussi de l'opium. En fait, il n'y a que ça quasi. Échantillon de sang robuste. Bon, bah, allons parler à cette vilaine fille.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Bah, comment elles se sont déjà?
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Uh-oh, elle va mourir.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Qu'est-ce qui lui est arrivé en fait à elle? Ça m'étonnerait que Shonenton l'ait infectée, donc...
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Ah, parce que tu penses que méchante comme t'étais, quelqu'un qui va te regretter.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
Bah Jonathan est quelqu'un de bien, donc il répondrait, est tolérant et tout, donc je suppose qu'il répondrait qu'ils sont tous les deux des morts vivants.
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
D'accord. Bon. Ah bah dis donc, elle est déjà là.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Ok.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Bon, je sais pas pourquoi je ferais ça.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Egon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Ok.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Bon, faut juste que je trouve quelqu'un moi dans ces égouts. Ça, j'ai trouvé la personne. Mais il est là. Voilà.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon.
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Je vais le convaincre de retourner au dock, moi. Bon, on va essayer, hein, si j'y arrive pas.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the color of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my lifetime. You don't look like them. I can tell you're no cold-blooded killer.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument between us. But the man had a bad fall.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Bon, ouais, si ça se trouve, un jour, ce sera moi qui te tuera, mais... Bon, il va bien... Voilà. Enquête terminée. Cache-cache. Je crois qu'il doit y avoir à peu près 6 enquêtes à chaque fois. Donc il m'en manque là. Il m'en manque certainement 2 là. Bon, maintenant il faut que je sorte par là. Elle a dit de suivre les flèches. C'est pas par là. Par là peut-être pour sortir. Ouais, il y a des flèches. La flèche elle donne là. C'est triste pour eux, hein, vraiment. Pêche, là cet endroit là, ça me rappelle trop la guilde des voleurs dans Skyrim. Où les mecs, ils ont une taverne comme ça dans les égouts. Il y en a aucun qui veut... Ouais, ils veulent pas nous parler. Moi, je peux pas les blâmer. Hein. Et voilà. Bon, on va pouvoir décider du destin de chaîne maintenant. On n'est pas réussi à la vache. Ah, c'est dégoûtant.
It's locked, all right.
Ah, c'est dégoûtant. Il découpe des corps et tout. Ah, ça me choque.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Ouais, on va dire ça.
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the scars, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
Aloysius Dawson, je pense qu'on va le rencontrer.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both Skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
Malheureusement, ça marche pas comme ça.
You've turned Skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Moi, je pense qu'Harriet, elle va poser problème, surtout.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skulls, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
Il faut dans le dos.
With God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire du coup? L'étreindre? Mais non, je vais pas le tuer, sinon c'est à mort. L'épargner. Épargner un scale. Ou le transformer. C'est soit l'épargner, soit le transformer. Je crois qu'il va m'en vouloir, mais...
I discover is vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your chapel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No!
I said kneel and drink. Now!
Quelle autorité, Jonathan. Agneau sacrificiel. De nouveaux citoyens peuvent être tués. Mais pas celui que je veux. Il me faut 5 pour ça. Je crois que j'ai fait un bon choix. Enfin, j'espère. Parce que dans tous les cas, si je le laisse calme, mais qu'il perd la raison, bah là c'est la cata. Et là si j'en viens à le transformer en vampire, c'est peut-être la cata aussi, je sais pas, je sais plus. Il va m'en vouloir, mais je peux pas lui parler, je suppose, pour le moment. Oui, non, on va pas aller par là. Hein. Est-ce que j'ai d'autres trucs à prendre?
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Bah du coup, notre chasseur de vampires, il a du boulot à faire. Hein. Bon.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Oh.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch?
Uh-oh.
I must go there.
Ah, sa mère peut pas être un vampire, c'est pas possible. J'ai évité de regarder pour me faire spolier, du coup. Mais Je suis en train de me demander si sa sœur serait pas vivante. Mais comment ça peut être possible? Est-ce qu'il y a des trucs à découvrir avec qu'on change de chapitre? D'ailleurs, je dois aller voir qui. Trouver l'appartement du défunt. Et il est où? Ah, il est dans le quartier, d'accord. Bah oui, je vais trouver. Hein. Bon, on va parler déjà avec Cabot.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Plein de trucs si tu savais, mon gars.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Je vais parler aux nanas, même s'il y en a une qui m'aime pas.
You again? What do you want?
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
Oh, voilà, j'ai une nouvelle enquête. Hop.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Bon. Bah, je suis bête. Il est là. Donc, faut que je passe au dock nord. Faut que je passe là. Puis je fasse tout le tour. Par où je peux passer d'ailleurs, par contre? Est-ce que je peux passer là? Ouais, je peux passer la grille. Donc je peux peut-être passer comme ceci. T'es tout seul, mon gars? Allez, hop. pas vu, j'avais pas changé d'arme encore, mais ça y est, vachement efficace. Hein. Je pense qu'il doit y avoir des mecs de partout. Hein. Ah ouais, la vache. On va tuer celui-là. Ouais, allez, vas-y. J'aime pas trop le style de combat, mais c'est vachement efficace. Hein. Alors, il avait rien à me donner. Là, il y a. Là, il y a. Et lui, là. Bon, je devais pas être très loin. C'est où? Plus par là. C'est là? Voilà.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me?
Je ne sais pas. J'aime pas
There's
ça.
been a fight here.
Et c'est là je croise Geoffrey. Wow.
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that?
Je me retrouve par où là? Suivre les traces de sang. Ah zut, je remonte. Hop, j'avais oublié ça.
Where does this blood trail lead?
Ah, je sais pas trop. Bah évidemment.
Go back home, idiots!
Oh, bah écoute.
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Ouais. Ça va être dur. Faut que j'en tue un au début. Ils sont trois.
I don't understand. Why drag the poor wench across all these streets to let her expire before?
Ouais. faire comme ça. Allez. Allez, pourquoi je peux pas... Je pourrais pas le mordre du coup, tant pis. Du coup, j'ai pas beaucoup de sang là. Il y a la trace de sang ici. Oh.
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. Only a golden watch in her pockets. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game, but given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it. I have this thirst for blood.
Oh.
Jonathan.
What was that? I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you.
On est retourné du côté du cimetière de Stonebridge du coup. Oui, je tourne le lendemain la suite et donc j'ai remarqué que la quête pour Josal était là-bas et que j'avais des nouveaux dialogues avec Lady Ashbury et Swansea. Donc je vais peut-être aller vite fait faire ça avant de me taper de nouveau un nouveau boss. Donc je vous reprends une fois que je suis là-bas. Et voilà, on y est. Par contre, je sais pas où elle est, Lady Ashbury. Elle est par là.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital, caused by skulls.
Really? What do you mean?
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget. and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget. Peculiar name, I've never heard of her.
According to old Bridget, Skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
Ouais, chiante, elle.
Skulls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors. A disgrace to the vampire that created them.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
Ouais, je
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Well, why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
Aïe aïe aïe, il est fou.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
J'en doute pas.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I've never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
C'est vrai que Bridget, je l'aime bien. Je sais si on avait le choix de la romancer, elle, par rapport à Elizabeth Ashbury, ce serait mieux.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one, a terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the skulls of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
D'accord.
A pleasure as always, Edgar.
Je crois que j'avais encore des personnes malades dans un quartier. Ah bah ici. Donc rhume. Rhume. Est-ce que j'ai ces traitements-là dans mon sac? Enfin. Allez les soigner tant que j'y suis. Hein. Hop. Puis je vais voir pour améliorer quelques armes si je peux parce que... Par là. Hop. Rhume, où es-tu? Voilà. Je vais en refaire un de plus. Celle-là, je peux toujours pas. Bon, voilà. Est-ce que j'évolue ou pas? Vu que j'ai soigné tout le monde. Je vérifie d'abord parce que... Voilà, c'est bon. C'est bon. Peut-être évoluer un petit peu. Je sais jamais. Hein. J'aimerais bien avoir des compétences qui m'aident. Alors, coagulation. Abyss fait 720, Brume fait 300. Et je vais prendre Abyss au niveau 2. Ça fait mal. Non. Confirmer du coup. Voilà. Alors, portrait d'un triste saint. Et j'ai vu encore des personnes malades de partout, ça me saoule. Je vous laisse mettre sur pause pour lire pendant que moi je le fais. Bon ben voilà. Donc dans les docs, voilà ce que ça donne. Ils sont tous malades. Fatigue, fatigue. 3, 4, 5, 6. Attends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 de fatigue et 2 de rhume. Ah bah oui, je les avais pas soignés du coup. Bah je vais pouvoir les soigner. Et là ça n'a pas bougé. Tant mieux. Bon. On va en refaire du coup. Fatigue, il y en a combien? 5. Je vais en faire un de plus si je peux. Et rhume, il y en a 2 de plus. Voilà. Les sérums, je peux m'en faire ou pas? Pas vraiment, non. Si j'ai pas de sérum pour mon combat, ça va être très difficile. Je vais le faire plutôt comme ça. Et là, je peux pas. Ça, c'est compliqué. Je vais faire le tour des marchands si je peux. Bon, on va déjà les soigner Pipa et comment il s'appelle lui, je sais plus. Je vous avouerai que je retiens pas tous les noms parce que sinon où es-tu Pipa, 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 Pipa. Elle est là.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Voilà.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Il y a un truc qui vient de me passer par la tête. Je trouve que ça aurait été vachement marrant si Jonathan avait pu collectionner les conquêtes s'il avait voulu. Comme dans The Witcher en fait. Je trouvais ça assez drôle d'ailleurs.
We fought for England, but England won't fight for us.
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Ouais, c'est Newton qui s'appelle. Je me souviens plus. Bon.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You are wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Voilà.
They've all been butchered.
Ah. J'ai même pas eu besoin de faire du... Je me suis dit que j'allais me taper de la garde de Priwin, mais en fait non. J'ai tué tout le monde. Wesh. Il faut suivre les traces de sang.
I can still sense a presence.
Par là. Ah, tué tout le monde. Même l'escale. Aucune dignité, quoi. Ouais, mais je sais pas pourquoi j'ai très peur là. Il y a des petits rats ici, je vais devoir prendre un peu de sang.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Attends, moi, je vais changer d'arme un petit peu parce que là, je pense que c'est pas ça qui va me sauver. Je vais reprendre ma chère arme rapide avec... Est-ce qu'on peut changer en plein combat par contre? Je sais pas. On va essayer ça, tiens. Bon là par contre j'ai pas s'il faut... Bon j'ai un ultime qui fait bobo maintenant donc... Bon, quelque chose me dit que le combat va être rude et que je vais me reprendre à plusieurs fois. Oh pauvre père, père Abby.
You, what have you done?
Bah rien.
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon, hell scourge, son of perdition.
Vicar, Vicar. Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
J'ai raison.
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were. In front of me. On a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for me.
Mary, wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
Oh, so that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular. That of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not
Non.
for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Non,
Mary.
non.
No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
Oh non, non.
Left me to rot in this grave.
Oh putain. Oh, on peut mordre le pasteur? Bon bah tant pis. Je sais pas pourquoi, parce que je sens que si je me laisse en vie... Non c'est bon, y a pas de souci.
Rest in peace, monster.
ça va être très long les gens. Hein. Bon, faut que je reprenne du sang par contre. Bon, il y a moyen que je réussisse, mais ça va être long. Et où? Je la vois plus. Bon. Ouais, je te le dis. Ouais, il faut le camp aussi. Hein. Allez, hop, un petit sérum. Bon, au prochain combo. Désolé, hein. Pas si compliqué que ça, je pense. Faut juste. On va faire comme ça. Pas de choix. Mais je peux. Non. On est bientôt morte. Hein. Waouh. Oh, j'aurais pas dû rester là. Bon. Je vais attendre 50 secondes. Bon, je suis dit. Bon. Bon, je vais bientôt pouvoir lui envoyer mon ulti. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. C'était fini? D'accord. J'ai réussi. Vous noterez que je m'améliore.
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
Oh purée. Oh là là.
I will find a cure, Mary.
Je suis sûre que je vais pleurer.
I swear.
Putain, c'est dur. Mais pourquoi vous nous faites ça dans les jeux, sérieux?
I can forgive you.
Ah. C'est un bug? Non, vous m'allez pas me faire ça. C'est vraiment déposé. si vous cherchez comme moi, faut avancer avec les touches en fait. C'était pas un bug. D'accord, faut avancer soit avec les touches. C'était pas un bug. Oh, c'est trop triste. Et alors, il suffit que j'ai mordu un seul gars innocent et j'ai les yeux de Jonathan qui ont tourné rouge. Mais d'un autre côté,
as I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
ah mais d'accord, on se retrouve carrément à l'hôpital. Ok. Donc, waouh, j'ai gagné autant d'XP, la vache. Donc, ce que je disais, c'est que ben, il est pas plus mal comme ça. Hein. Bon, par contre, pour passer inaperçu, c'est moyen. Voilà, mais bon. Je dois lire mon courrier. Peut-être faire ça pour un prochain épisode. Ouais, on va faire ça comme ça. Bon, ben, on a décidé du sort de Sean et de celui de Mary, du coup, sur le même épisode. Voilà, on a eu la réponse. On savait bien qui tuait. Je sais pas, je me doutais qu'avec les indices que ça devait être elle qui était revenue, mais bon, je sais toujours pas comment parce que je lui ai pas donné de son sang, donc voilà. Sur ce, on découvrira le chapitre 4 au prochain épisode. Je vous souhaite une bonne journée ou une bonne soirée et vous fais des bisous. À toutes.